This video is slightly different to my usual video about converting one-bedroom apartments into two-bedroom apartments in central London. In this video, I wanted to talk about what might happen in the property market in 2022. When we talk about the property market, there is usually a number of factors to consider, and I will talk about each of these in turn. Number one, supply. Especially those that people are looking for are scarce, with people looking for more space inside as well as outside space, which meant they didn't necessarily need to be near the office anymore thanks to Zoom. Number two, demand. Demand remains and is likely to remain high as supply is at an all-time low, especially in rural locations and areas which are a good commuting distance to, say, central London and other big cities. London is likely to see a bounce back as people look to continue life after COVID. International investors come back into the market. Rental demand remains high. It's becoming increasingly difficult for first-time buyers to buy a house, and this trend is unlikely to change. However, the following factors are softening demand: the rising cost of living, expectation that mortgage rates might go up next year. Number three, prices. Price growth will continue, but not at the rate we have seen over the last 2 years. Price growth will slow as incentives such as the stamp duty holiday introduced no longer exist. Of a lack of supply and continued demand, prices are expected to be up by 3% by the end of 2022. Number four, mortgages. Mortgage rates are likely to increase modestly in 2022, ending the year closer to 3%, which would dampen demand for some buyers with mortgage rates still being low by historical standards. Any increase in mortgage rate is more likely to impact the sales volume rather than prices. Regions. Savills predictions suggest that the Northwest and Midlands will be the leading regions for growth in England over the next 4 years, seeing 28% and 24% increases respectively. In 2022 specifically, Savills have forecast growth of 4.5 and 4% in both of these regions. 2020 will see a continuation of growth in house prices driven by lack of supply and continued demand. The growth will not be as high as it has been in the last couple of years because of the removal of stamp duty incentives, but also as a result of the uncertainty around potential rises in interest rates. Are there still opportunities out there for property investors? Yes, but more than ever before, investors need to be adding as much value as possible. With house prices at an all-time high and continued growth expected, many people are finding it harder and harder to get on the housing ladder and therefore choosing to rent instead. Changes in people's tastes and preferences are seeing a lot more people happy and content to rent rather than own their own home. So therefore, the rental market is likely to experience continued growth, which can only be good news for property investors. I hope you enjoyed this video and it has given you some food for thought. No one can accurately predict where the market will end up, as there are so many factors which could cause it to go one way or the other. However, what we can do is make sure that we add significant amounts of value to our projects so that when it comes to, say, the revaluation, we are less impacted by where the market is. Using the B4R model, we have purchased 3 times the number of apartments compared to the traditional model, and there is no reason you can't too. If you like this video, please smash that like button and hit subscribe so that you get notified when I release another video. Make sure you are subscribed, as I will pick a subscriber at random and have a 10-minute call with you to see how I can help you in your property investing journey. Please check out my personal website, ravinderAujla.com, where I have lots of free videos on property investing and serviced accommodation. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.